Breaking in new football boots can be a very tedious and sometimes painful process. So in this video I'm going to show you 5 breaking hacks to make the process a little less painful. And be sure to watch through all to the end, because the last one, I'm pretty sure the 99% of you have never heard of it before. Now, quick disclaimer, it's not by force that you actually need to use breaking hacks for new football boots. A lot of these more modern boots, they pretty much come with no breaking time at all, and you could wear them straight out of the box into a match after buying them. So yeah, don't do this unless you feel that you really need to. So with new football boots comes a level of stiffness which is very normal. But one part of the boot which is initially stiff but softens up over time is the insole. Now, to combat the stiffness, hopefully you've not thrown your old boots away already. And what you simply want to do is remove the old insoles from your old boots and then replace them with the ones in your new boots. Now, the reason why this method works is because your old insoles are already broken in and formed to the shape of your foot. So wearing your old insoles with your new boots makes them feel a bit more comfortable. And once the upper on your new boots is fully broken in, you can swap back the original insoles. Now the next trick involves this guy, some Vaseline. Now before you actually try this method out, be sure to have actually already tried on your new football boots already. So that way you'll be aware of any kind of hotspots for irritation which may cause blisters down the road. So once you're aware of these hotspots, what you're going to do is you're going to take some Vaseline, maybe say about a pea-size amount, and you're going to rub the Vaseline on these areas of your football boots. What this is going to do is going to reduce the amount of friction in these areas, so like there's less irritation and less risk of blisters forming. Now another good way of making breaking in your football boots a lot easier is getting a good pair of grip socks, an extra emphasis on good, because there's loads of brands who make grip socks which aren't any good at all. And for those who aren't familiar, what grip socks do is essentially they stop your feet from moving inside your football boots, which means there's less rubbing, so less likelihood of blisters. Grip socks also tend to have a lot more benefits, so they tend to be more comfortable than normal football socks. And you know what, I could go on forever of all the kind of benefits grip socks have, but yeah, just get yourself a good pair of grip socks. Now these last 2 hacks are very uncommon, and maybe they might work for you, they might not, but they personally work for me, so that's why I'm sharing them with you. Now, a common phrase which is used when it comes to self-development is
put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying.
And you'll need to keep that in mind when it comes to this hack in particular. Next time you get a new pair of boots which you feel are a bit too stiff, try playing in wet socks.
What are you even talking about, bruh?
Not dripping wet, but like damp after you kind of wringed out all the excess water. And also make sure to use at least warm water as well. Now I know this one is weird, but hear me out. The normal way of breaking in football boots involves putting them through the rigor of the stresses or strains of playing a football match, as well as the heat and moisture generated from your feet when you play. And these things lead to your boots forming to the shape of your feet and becoming fully broken in. And when you play in wet socks, you kind of accelerate the breaking process as there's this excess of moisture, so your boots absorb a bit more moisture and soften up a bit more quickly. And it's not the same as the hot water trick, because that's just a complete oversaturation of water and your boots don't really form to the shape of your foot as well. It's almost like a sloppy fit. Your boots are softer, but they don't really form to the shape of your foot as well as they could do. The wet socks method is an uncomfortable one, but it's worked for me. Now this last one, probably maybe, like I said, 99.9% of people have never even heard or tried this one. And it's a bit on the bougier side. Now this method works in a similar way to the wet socks method, but this one has a bit more precaution to it. And since we're dealing with steam, we're talking about temperatures around 100 degrees Celsius, so be careful. If you're 12 and under, ask someone older than you, much older than you, for help when doing this one. And when you do this one, you only want to steam the inside of your football boots, but no longer than 1 minute. And that's because overexposure to such high heat will cause long-term durability issues for your football boots. In other words, they'll fall apart quicker. Not immediately, but over time, you get what I mean. Also, with this method, you also pretty much want to go and play with your boots almost immediately, otherwise there's no point to it. Now again, with this one, the heat and the moisture accelerate the breaking process as your boots soften up a lot quicker, and they'll cool down a lot quicker once you've put them on as well, so they form to the shape of your foot a lot easier. Now I can understand why some people might be a bit apprehensive about this method, but I'm basing it on a machine that professional teams use called a Cleat Pro, which is essentially just like a sauna for your football boots, which players use. So it works by you putting your boots inside this like steam oven, I guess you could call it, for like 3 minutes, and it'll completely soften up your boots so you can get rid of all stiffness that comes with new football boots. For me, 3 minutes is a bit much. That's why I always say 1 minute. And you've got to remember that professional footballers get new football boots pretty much all the time, so it kind of means nothing to them, even though like doing or leaving your boots in there for such a long time will kind of lead to like the long-term durability issues. If you're a known person, like you're most likely are, like myself, you're gonna need a pair of boots that are gonna last you at least a season. So you don't want to like do anything that's gonna cause any kind of damage to them that will make them break down quicker than they should do. And that's been it for the video, guys. Hopefully you found it useful. If you thought it was sublime, like the video. If you thought it was subpar, still like the video. Tell me where I could improve. I'm always looking to improve. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I talk about all things kind of football boots, football gear related on here, so be sure to subscribe if that's your thing. Follow me on all my socials. And once again, my name is Sub. This has been Substance Football. Thank you for watching. Peace out.